guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be going over my first paycheck of 2022 and also give like a quick overview of like my setup for my budget planner as well. So this is my HP Classic size plan monthly planner. I don't have the size available, but I do have the 7x9 in monthly. So it's either, I don't know if I have the 1.5 inch monthlies available as well, but yeah, pretty much this is the HP Classic. But if you guys want this planner available, then I can definitely add this to the shop. Also, before I actually begin, if you're watching today, this video today, January 7th, I am part of the Ultimate Planner sale, so I will be having 40% off all my planners, everything in the shop, stickers, everything. So it's also on both Etsy and Shopify, so you can use the code FROSTY to save. So this code ends on, or like the sale ends on, January 9th. Sorry, it's a little early, and I'm getting distracted from all the buzzing on my phone. So yeah, anyway, so pretty much for the setup, I do have 2 years at a glance. Honestly, for the monthly planner, I don't know why I did this because unless it's like academic year, I guess it's reasonable, but I did print this before when I printed my daily planner or my everyday planner. So this 2023 is here, so I just put down like similar colors to what I have for 2022. So pretty much I marked down in yellow, or gold, I guess. So that is my full-time paycheck, and then the blue is my shop paydays. So I get paid twice for my shop. So one is from Etsy, one is from Shopify. So the first of the month is Shopify, and then the first Monday of the month is Etsy. It's easier for me to like calculate everything when it's like one time instead of like getting paid every single week. Like that's just already confusing enough to calculate it for every single time I get paid for my full-time job. So yeah, and then I didn't set up the 12-month boxes yet. I probably set it up later on, but I don't know what I want to put here, so I'm gonna look for inspiration. So if you also want some inspiration, you can check out Valentina Maria. I'm gonna butcher her last name, so I'm not gonna say it. So she has a budget channel as well. So, and then Pink, oh my goodness, Pink Diamond Budgets? I don't remember. I'm sorry. It's a little too early for me. So yeah, there is a lot of budgeters. Intentional living. So yeah, there's so many budgeters out there too. So here are my goals for this year. So I should also introduce myself, like, just if you don't know, I'm 23 years old, about to be turning 24 in February. So yeah, I'm still gonna say 23 until then. But I don't have any like expenses that I would need to like save for or pay for, like rent, groceries. Groceries are paid by my mom, but sometimes I buy stuff for for the family as well, but that's literally depending on, but you'll see where it comes out from. And then yeah, so rent I don't have to pay at the moment, I should say. Well, it's not really rent, it's more like maintenance. So my dad bought this when I was born, or bought the first apartment when I was before I was born, and then in 2006 we moved up to the 4th floor of my building. So yeah, pretty much it's really weird to say, but yeah, pretty much the tenants that live on the 3rd floor are pretty much paying for maintenance for both apartments at the moment. But until they move out, I believe the last day, end of February, they will be moving out. My brother will be moving in. And pretty much my brother will be paying the maintenance downstairs, and I agreed to pay the maintenance upstairs. So it pretty much evens out that someone's at least paying for something. And pretty much this apartment's obviously bigger, so that's why I'm paying for the bigger apartment, even though I want my own apartment, if that makes sense. But it's a whole ordeal because my dad doesn't like my brother, and I don't like my brother because he takes an hour in the bathroom. That's a bathroom situation. So yeah, there's only one bathroom here, and for you to sit in the bathroom for an hour to do your business, that's insane. You know, you shouldn't need to sit in the bathroom for an hour. You know, if you can't do it, do it another time. So anyway, that's like oh my goodness. Anyway, so my goals for this year is kind of different. Everyone's budget is completely different and it's unique to you. So for me, it's not really like a main priority, but my main priority, honestly, I should have numbered it savings. That was number 1 and 2 for savings and home. So savings is general savings, and then home is pretty much my home savings. But in reality, it's kind of together, but you'll see when I break down my paycheck. So then for emergency fund, I want to cap it at $10,000. I currently have $2,900. I wasn't really going deep into like putting funds into this account or like category until I guess I got my full-time job, which was in October of last year. So yeah, now I have $2,900 and it needs $7,100, and that's roughly $273 per paycheck. I currently put $250. If I have more money, then I can put more money into it. But currently, I'm just going to put $250 until I will start having to pay maintenance, and then that amount will change. And then home and savings, it's both $10,000. So I should also mention that usually once I reach the goal of $10,000, I wouldn't continue, or I would restart the chart over, or like the account over. So I would be saving up to $10,000 until like October. It takes me like mostly 10 months in reality to save it, if I was just looking at it like this, to save the $10,000, because I typically save $500 every month, or I estimated to save $500 every month, and pretty much that. So yeah, and then $10,000 for home. Currently have $1,100, I should say, not $11,000. I do currently have in total. So this is only for 2022, accounting for that. I do have more money in total, I should say. And then for travel, not really a priority at the moment because obviously the new variant happening and it's spreading crazy. So don't really plan on traveling until I feel safe. So yeah. And then CPA, I'm planning on taking all 4 exams this year. I already paid for the first of the 4 exams, so I just need $1,250 left to pay for the other 3 exams. But my goal for this is actually till June. So yeah, so pretty much $975 divided by 26 paychecks is $75 roughly, but I'm currently saving $100 at the moment. Eventually it will go down, but that is not until, like I said, I would have to pay maintenance in like end of February, early March, I guess. I don't know when my dad wants me to give him the money, but yeah. Anyway, so then the next page is income tracker, and oh, I should mention that I did put 2, before I coiled my monthly planner, I did put 2 notes pages from the back to the front. So if you guys have like custom things that you want me to do before I coil it, you can let me know as a message. You can email me, message me on Instagram, message me on Etsy, wherever you can like get a hold of me. Typically I would respond in like an hour. So yeah. Anyway, so this is my income tracker. So I have the date, amount, and then running total. So obviously this is my first paycheck of the year, which is my full-time paycheck. Obviously this is oh my goodness, I just said obviously twice in a row. This is pretty much after tax. Oh my goodness. So yeah. So pretty much that is that, and then I won't go into the monthlies yet. I'm actually going to go into the notes pages, and oh, I should mention that I think I mentioned this in the 2022 planner stack, that the monthly planners now have an extra divider to divide the notes pages. It's because it's like very confusing to realize where the end of the notes pages are for December or the last month, if you have the undated planners. So now for the notes pages, I have 3 notes pages that pretty much are visuals for me. So I'm a very visual person, so I like to like color in things. So actually I didn't even color in for my first paycheck, so we can color it in later on. But pretty much I wrote down what I started with and my goal amount. So every box, like the smaller box, are $25. Then the quadrant is oh my goodness, the quadrants are quadrants are pretty much $2,500. Okay, so then pretty much, so yeah, I pretty much colored in what I have for savings currently for 2022. Then home tracker, same thing. Emergency fund, once I reach 10,000, I wouldn't be funding this anymore. Like even after New Year's, I should say, or 2023. So once I hit 10,000, that's fine. I'm good with that. And then this is my income / spending at a glance. So for 2022, I wrote down what I started with in the beginning of the year, and then what I will be ending with in the end of the year. So you'll see in my monthly view or monthly sections where I would be taking these numbers from. Instead of looking at 52 weeks, I'm only going to be looking at 12 weeks and 12 pages, I should say, or 12 months. So you'll see that. And then for the next notes pages, I wrote down what subscriptions I have. I don't have these paid for my credit card. They go through PayPal. So they technically don't hit my account, so that's why I only mark it here. So these are the main categories that I have, which is Squirrel Prince Co.'s mystery kit. I do have Adobe. That is my to like do or Photoshop, InDesign. InDesign I use for doing my spreads. And then Silhouette, shop stuff. YouTube is YouTube Premium. So then, is it Premium now? Yes, it's Premium. So I don't like commercials. So yeah, I pay for that. Currently still paying for the college discount. So A+ to me. So, and then Paramount Plus, also paying the college discount because you still have this for 4 years. And I didn't sign up for this until my 3rd year, so I think this is my last year, so to use this up. And then Discovery, also student discount as well. HBO, just pretty much $11.99 regardless. I watch a lot of HBO shows, and they have the movies as well, so yeah. And then Epidemic Sounds, oh my goodness, is $15. That's for YouTube videos as well. So if I use the music. And then pretty much this is breaking down my budget, or like my estimated paycheck. So this is not the exact amount. Like I said, if you saw it earlier, it was $1,876.87. That was my first paycheck of the year. So this was based off of what I received my last paycheck as of December. Yeah, and pretty much whatever I have, I just break it down. So this is mainly what I add to each fund I have. So then the only fund that is like everything that's afterwards. So pretty much I fund everything here and here, and then I would add to my me money. So me money is pretty much whatever's left over from funding these areas. So I can always take from this money and then be fine with it. So yeah. And then this is the same thing, except that I added maintenance to the to my budget. So pretty much once I have to pay maintenance, then I would take out the $309. So then all the amounts changes. But currently I don't know if I want to, like I said, this is adjustable. So when it comes down to it, maybe I'll move me money to like $100 to emergency fund, just to make sure that I can reach that goal, if that makes sense. So yeah, that is pretty much my notes pages. And then going into the monthly, also I should mention that I was going to set this up with you guys, but it was going to take 54 minutes, and I said I'm not going to do this for you guys. So I'm not going to make you watch me like write down everything, because it's kind of similar to what I did last year. So yeah, anyway, so pretty much for the monthly view, so I should mention that this is 1.5 inches wide. So for HP Classic size, that's how I was able to fit it. And you can use like Oristol stickers here. I can actually show you it real quick. So this is a Squirrel Prince Co. Sticker kit. Sorry about the crinkling, or the solo bag. So pretty much this fits at the top. Actually, this side, yes. So the only difference is you just have to cut off a sliver from the top. So yeah, that's the only thing. But the boxes, they pretty much fit perfectly. I don't want to waste a box because this is obviously for December instead. So yeah, pretty much these boxes fit perfectly here. So yeah, that is also standard to the other HP classic bound or classic coiled bound planners. And I'm hoping to have like disc bound planners this year, but until my brother moves out and then I have more space to store things or like have punches and stuff, I'm not gonna offer that yet. So I apologize. So anyway, so I do have my budget expense stickers. So this is a new colorway. So for me, I track what I like my expenses in which credit card I used it from. So Citi card is orange. So this is a new colorway, like I said. And then Mulberry is like I got the pink Discover card, so it kind of matches. So this is Discover. Then I have my Apple card. Typically, I don't really track the expenses for this, but I am paying down my iPad, my mini iPad. My iPad mini, my goodness. So yeah, pretty much that is for my Apple card, but typically I just pay it once a month, so yeah. And then Amex, obviously it's kind of blue, so anyway. So then for savings, I have this tracker, or bill due tracker, and then CC payment. So if I make a credit card payment, typically I would just make the payment, but I don't know if I really need this because I'll just track it when I paid off the expense from the expense tracker, so we shall see. And then payday, I don't know, it's kind of redundant that I wrote marked payday twice, but I wrote the amount, so we shall see. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, that is pretty much the bill dues and expense trackers that I have, and I have to look into adding a folder to my planners. I apologize, so about that. So then I like to just put it in the back. So then pretty much that is my setup. I only have 2 transactions, and oh, I should mention that I started with cash budgeting or cash stuffing envelopes, but like eventually you'll be able to evolve and then be able to have everything in your bank. But that's ultimately depending on you. If you don't feel comfortable, then you don't have to do like what I do. But like I said, everyone's budget is different. So when I started, I first did cash stuffing, and then it got to an amount that like I was able to save so much money that there was no way that I could hold this at home. So I ended up just putting it into a bank. Then my dad actually opened a high yield savings account in my name, or it's a joint account. So pretty much, yeah, I've been adding to that amount as well, and I have surpassed my dad. And like at his age, like I surpassed him. So in terms of savings, so yeah, it's quite funny, but yeah, I really like budgeting and I really like saving money, and I'm not a really big spender as well. So as you can see, like it's already the 7th, and I only have 2 transactions. So pretty much that, I can hold myself like back from purchasing things. So especially like per impression, like I'm so tempted to get another ring bound planner, but I know personally I don't need it. And then I would go to the website, I would go to the website, I would go to the product, I would go to the like I would click checkout, or no, I would add to cart, and then I would go to the checkout page, and I said, no, I don't need this. So yeah, it's kind of funny. Oops, sorry, I just totally hit something under my desk. But yeah, I can hold myself back from purchasing things. So, but if I really like it, I might like save it, like write it down somewhere, and then I would purchase something else if the next week, like especially like Squirrel Prince Co., since she kind of has like weekly releases, like I rather purchase it in like 1 month go, like yeah, like that. So like the Viscount kit, I might wait until like next week if there's like a kit that I really want, instead of just purchasing one kit and then waiting that time and then purchasing another kit next week, knowing that she might have a release. So that is my like ideal. So anyway, so this next page is my expense tracker. So I kind of dedicated 2 pages, but sometimes I don't need 2 pages unless I'm like really purchasing something. So yeah, I just left, that's why I only drew the lines for the first page. And then probably I would do a summary page here to see what I was able to accomplish or anything like that. So yeah, that is pretty much for this page. I do have to write out the script for this. Also, I don't really use stickers in like the notes pages view. I only use stickers in my monthly spread. So that is pretty much my expense tracker. Then the next tracker is my monthly overview. So this is what I will be looking at for every month, and then tying it into, sorry, I keep using audit terms, but once I get complete this and fill this out for all 12 months, I would go in here and see how much I added throughout all 4 weeks. So yeah, I pretty much budget or break down every week because it's easier for me to calculate, because my brother, he gives me $25 every week for his dog savings, and it's kind of confusing for me to like do it like I thought I could do it per paycheck, but it's not, because some weeks, like there's 5 weeks, and I get confused when he gave me the money. Usually it's every Friday, so typically it would go into my account on the Monday, but I just write down because he's going to Zelle me that money that it's going to be that Friday. So yeah, so then it doesn't confuse me as much. So yeah, anyway, so pretty much I budget by paycheck, but I only get paid, or I only get 2 paychecks per month, unless it's like a 3 paycheck month, which would be, let's see, I think the next one is March. Oh gosh, one more page. So yeah, March I will have 3 paychecks, and then also August I will have 3 paychecks. So that's the only like difference in regards to that. So I will probably have 5 weeks in regards to that. And also I should mention that like the paychecks go by Wednesdays, so every Wednesday I would write down what I began with. But for this, in terms of this, like I don't add too many like once I add for my paycheck, I don't add anything else to that unless it's my brother's fund, which is my dog, his dog, or kind of like my dog. But yeah, anyway, so pretty much that is my monthly overview. So I will get into my paycheck breakdown. So pretty much I have these categories. If you saw, like before I had a few less categories, like once I got my full-time job, I changed things around. So I added some categories, changed some categories, and then pretty much that. So I'll just quickly talk about it. So SGS is the Sugary Gals Shop conference. So tickets are usually $300, or roughly around that. It's a little less than that. So I just budgeted $300. So once, oh, and I should mention that all of these are pretty much like sinking funds. Like I said, I don't have like expenses other than the maintenance fee that I will eventually have to pay, but everything else is just sinking funds. So I just continuously add to it, and ultimately these amounts can just change because I don't have those expenses as other people have. But like I said, everyone's budget is completely different, and yeah, my parents don't really require me to pay anything, but like I still treat them to lunch or dinner or something like that. So anyway, so for SGS, it's the Sugar Gas Shops conference. So I currently have $110. I always add $10, but I will get into actually I'll just talk about it real quick, or while I'm talking about the categories. So then clothing fund, I usually buy clothing in one go. Usually it's like twice a year. I don't really mind wearing, like I don't buy new clothes every single time, like especially when it's not on sale, because although the quality is very nice, I don't think a shirt would be worth $35. Like no, especially like American Eagle. No. I usually go to the sale section. I don't buy clothes like full price unless like I know myself that they're really good quality. Like Uniqlo, like I buy their lightweight jacket and it lasts me like a whole year and a half. So, or 2 years, I should say, not year and a half, but yeah. So it really depends on the quality of clothing when I buy it. So typically like shirts and stuff, I'm okay with, like t-shirts, I should say. I'm okay with buying it on sale because I'm just gonna be wearing it, but I don't really care if what people think of what I'm wearing. So they don't really know if I bought it on sale or not on sale. So anyway, so that is clothing. Gifts and Christmas currently has $11.20. I'm going to keep adding $25, and probably it doesn't end for that for. So if you can tell, this is based off of what I ended last year. So $11.20. That means I kind of overspent, but I also bought presents for myself and for my family. So typically, my parents, they each have $100 to spend for Christmas and their birthday. So it ultimately depends on that. So currently, in the next birthday, it won't be until June, unless you count my birthday. But I don't really buy myself gifts for my birthday. I will probably use my me money for that. But gifts and Christmas also accounts for my friends. My friends has kids now, or I should say my friend, not friends. So my friend does have kids, so she has 2 boys, so like their birthdays towards the end of the year, so I pretty much have plenty of money by then. So yeah. And then hair and beauty. Hair and beauty pretty much encompasses like me getting my hair cut or colored. So I don't really do my nails, or I don't go out to do my nails. Like, I don't go to a nail salon. I do them myself. So I save money from that. And I'm okay with me doing it because my nails, like, sometimes the application, they don't do it that well. So then it's not really a great look. So then I already chipped this nail, if you can tell. Like the nail polish is already coming off. So I'm okay with me doing it because then I'm like, okay, that's okay because I can just redo it myself. And I don't have to go out and pay like $20, including tip, to do my nails. So yeah, and then travel. Travel is pretty much like I said in the beginning where I said about my goals, not really a priority, but I continuously add $20 regardless in case I want to go somewhere, or if I go to like this is also like spending money in a way. And then miscellaneous and other, I have 2 categories that don't really have a specific name that I'm putting this money into. So it's almost like a savings eventually. So if I don't have anything saved or used for this, then I would move it to savings. But ultimately, I believe miscellaneous for me right now would be currently, once my brother moves out, I might buy some furniture for myself, and he works at IKEA, so discounts. So anyway, that is pretty much saving for that. Actually, I don't know that I really need to do savings for furniture because my brother's not really going to be taking, like, some of his furniture he's going to leave here, like his wardrobe that he just bought this year. I don't know why he doesn't want to, or I should say last year, that he doesn't want to take it downstairs, but yeah, pretty much I'm going to, if he doesn't take that downstairs, then I will take that and put my clothes in there. And because it's slightly bigger than what I have, and it's an IKEA PAX, right? I think it's called PAX. Yeah, the PAX one. So I have currently the smaller one, but I don't really have that much clothes, so it's like I don't really need it. But then again, I actually have another one. So I had the smaller packs. My brother also had the smaller packs before, and currently the one that he used to have holds my shop stuff. So I'll probably show like a quick overview of my room once everything is set up. But yeah, we shall see. So then Copa is my dog. So I put he currently has $480, and then I add $40 every paycheck, regardless. So this actually, and also Kion, that is my brother's dog. He adds $25 every week. So mine is every 2 weeks, so I add $20 every week, pretty much. So that's how I calculate it. But anyway, so pretty much for the dogs, I don't, it's only like vet bills, dog food, and medication, like in case they have, or not in case, but if they need their heartworm and ticks and fleas preventative. So that's what I use this 2 funds for. So pretty much it's usually split between them. And yeah, like the dog food, my big dog doesn't mind eating the small dog's food, and they both like, and then again my small dog doesn't mind eating the big dog's food, because they eat from I put them in 2 separate bowls, and yet they still eat from the opposite bowls, because apparently my big dog likes a smaller bowl and my small dog likes a bigger bowl. Like, I can't, I like, oh my goodness. Anyway, so, and I save money because I groom them myself, so I take them bath every month. So yeah, and I don't know. I don't want to talk about this, but there's someone that I watched that has Plan With Me's, and this person, she doesn't like the dog, like the smell of wet dog. And then she takes the dog a bath for like every other day, and like, that's not good for the dog itself. So, yeah, I only take them a bath once a month. Typically if they start to stink, but, not, they don't really, like, stink as much, but usually if they go to the dog park, like, continuously, like, sometimes I would take them, like, a day, for a day, and then it's, like, yucky outside, and, my dog likes to roll his back, especially, so, onto the turf, so, yeah, I usually would just wash him down, like a quick rinse, but I wouldn't, like, shampoo him, if that makes sense. Anyway, so then, emergency fund, like I said earlier, I want to cap it at, $10,000, so I currently have $2,900, like, $250, kind of standard until I reach, like, once I pay maintenance, it's going to be different. Then me money is whatever's left over after I funded everything else, or added the funds to everything else. Then Japan, it should be location, but right now I want to go to Japan, but obviously with this climate, like, no, that's not happening soon. So I'm just going to keep adding $20 and see where I end up, probably in 2 years, or probably in a year, but probably next year I'm hoping to go to Hong Kong, because I already have this saved up. So once I finish saving for Japan, it will move into my high yield savings account. Then entertainment pretty much entails where I take my parents out to, like, movies and stuff. Then I would be taking the money out from here. So I currently have $120.36. This is actually after my paycheck, and I'll show you what I write down at the top. Then food pretty much is, if I want food, or if I go out with my friends, I have food money. So that's why it's, like, different from entertainment. So, like, food is food, entertainment is entertainment. Like, if I go out with my friends and we go, like, to movies, then I can take out from the entertainment fund. But then if we go to, like, eat lunch or dinner with my friends, I can take out from the food money. So it's, like, oh my goodness, distinguished, which one I'm categorizing it. Then Peloton, I have a Peloton bike, currently still paying it off, but obviously I'm paying roughly $50 a month for the Peloton. It's currently 0% interest, so with a firm. So if you don't want to pay the whole thing at once, you can totally do that as well, but you just have to know that don't miss a payment. So yeah, and then $1,125.71. So that's what I began with. So now I have $1,150.71. I currently have roughly $1,500 left for this to pay it off, but currently just once I reach that amount, then I'll just probably pay it off, and then I'll get rid of this fund, and then in the back you'll probably see 00. And then if I have anything left over, oh my goodness, but I don't think I would, because I'll probably, like, zero base, like, budget it 0, regardless, just to meet that amount, since there's no APR or anything like that. So then CPA, like I said earlier, I want to reach $1,250. I add $100 every paycheck at the moment. Eventually, once I reach or pay maintenance, I would put $75, which would be what the estimated amount would be. And then if I have anything left over, because obviously there's cents, obviously. So I would eventually move it probably to my Me Money or somewhere else. So yeah, and then Invisalign, not really a priority. I don't think I really talked about it, but yeah, Invisalign, I want to get Invisalign because I have there goes my cat. Oh my goodness. Of course, my cat would just be a destructive cat. So pretty much, I have a kind of a lisp. My previous dog, or my late doggy, he broke my retainers. It fell on the floor, or my cat swiped it on the floor. I didn't realize it myself. My dog, or my late doggy, he opened it up, broke my retainers, and I was like, okay, great. So I haven't been wearing my retainers since I got my braces off, so it's not really a good thing. So I'm saving for Invisalign, not really a priority, but eventually, once I probably pass the CPA, that'll probably be my gift for the year, because if I passed my CPA exam within 1 year of my new job, or my full-time job, I would get $5,000 bonus. If I do it in my second year, oh my goodness, my cat is scratching something, and at this point, I don't really care. But if I pass it in my second year, I would get $3,000 as a bonus. So yeah. And then subscriptions, not really a priority at the moment, so that's why I haven't added any funds. That is only if my PayPal account runs low. So yeah. And then other, I talked about with miscellaneous, not really a category, but almost like a savings, additional savings account. Then family is when I either take my parents out to dinner or lunch or something like that. So food is for me and my friends. Family is for my family, of course. Currently, I did go low. So yeah, I did take my parents out. Oh gosh, when was it? I don't remember. I think it was this December 7th, around that time. Actually no, it wasn't the 17th. Probably the week after that. Honestly, I don't remember, but I did take my parents out for dinner. We ate oysters, yeah. And pretty much I took the money out from here. So I'm just going to quickly add money to it. And then work, I technically don't need to add $20 because work money is pretty much if I go to the office and then I want to buy lunch. Typically, it's only like twice a month. So I technically don't really have to add $20 because I already have $162. But ultimately, that's also depending on whether or not I'm needed in the office. But with the surge happening, I don't plan on going to the office. I told my team, like, no, I ain't going to the office with this new variant happening because I ain't testing anything. Because even if you're vaccinated, you can still test positive for COVID, which happened to my one of my team members. So yeah, she went to Mississippi. She got boosted, and she still tested positive when she came back. So yeah, and you can hear it in her voice that, oh my goodness, sorry. I'm like slowly I've been talking for 36 minutes. So yeah, I apologize. But yeah, you can hear it in her voice, and like you can see, like, kind of hear like her breathing in a way, but while on the Zoom calls, because yeah, anyway, so that is pretty much for work. So I might change this amount until then because ultimately I don't really need to add $20, and I don't really spend over $20. Yeah. So then for Jonathan, that's my brother. He has a tendency of overspending on things. So when my mom, actually no, he needed to pay his car. So my mom gave him, or kind of like his car. So my mom gave him $2,500 from his savings account on my that my mom created when he was little. So pretty much, also I should mention that the savings account from my parents that they started has been transferred to me because they can see that I save my money, so they're not worried that I would spend it all at once. So regardless, but for my brother is 25 years old. My mom still has a savings account for him. My dad still has a savings account for him, and they will never give it to him because knowing that he would overspend all that money or spend that money all at once. Like, once he gets it, it's gone. So currently I have the $500. So in my account because I Zelled my brother the $2,000. So I still have the $500. So this will remain in my account until further notice. So yeah, we shall see, because I don't think he even remembers that he has $500 in my account, but I'm just going to leave it in here for now and maybe eventually take it out. But ultimately, actually, I don't even track it in the back. So if you notice in the back, actually I shouldn't even track it in the overview, but it's okay. So in the back, I don't even have my brother's fund in there because obviously this isn't my money to like do whatever. It's his money. So maybe eventually I'll just take it out regardless. So anyway, so then for high yield savings account, so I have an American Express high yield savings account. And pretty much I have 4 categories currently in there. So I have savings, home, and Hong Kong phone. So Hong Kong, I finished saving it in like July of last year. So then pretty much I moved it to my high yield savings account, so it accumulates like interest and stuff. So until then, until I purchase a ticket, I don't really have to purchase a hotel or anything because I'll be living with my grandma. I'm hoping to go during like December or Christmas time, but we shall see if that will be happening this year or the following year. So that's why Japan, I'm not really like prioritizing it until then. So I want to go to Hong Kong before Japan. Maybe I'll go both at the same time or around the same time. But regardless, I'm not really like prioritizing Japan at the moment. So then for savings, it is $27,380.44. That is what I ended off in 2021. So my goal for last year was $10,000. So I was able to save $15,000, which is addition to what, or including what my dad saved for me already. So I added, I originally had $4,000 in this high yield savings account. Then I added $11,000 from my personal savings. Yeah, for 2020. And then I didn't put anything into my high yield savings account until 2021. So that's why the amount is so much bigger than before. And then home savings, I currently have $11,100. Like in total of these two, kind of like almost like a home down payment in a way. So yeah, that is pretty much that. So if I don't have that money, so that's why I'm not really prioritizing moving at the moment. I'm obviously getting a bigger space with my brother moving downstairs, but I really want a house. So I've always dreamed of having a house. I want a bigger area where I can just expand. But I feel like with this little tiny little room, I can't really expand. I don't feel like I'm growing from it. So anyway, so that's my main goal, to buy a house, and maybe my parents will live with me. We shall see. But I really want a yard, because then my dog can run outside and be he can have his have a blast. Because honestly, my Labrador and my Pekingese, they're not really dog friendly, or I wouldn't say dog friendly, but they don't play with dogs if I could take them to the dog park. So yeah, usually I would take them to my Labrador. I think I got him used to playing with the ball by himself, but he loves playing fetch. Oh my goodness, I can't even see, I have a lisp. So he loves playing fetch. So yeah, usually we take him to an open field where there's barely anyone there, or pretty much no one's there. So then I just throw a ball with back and forth with him. So yeah, sometimes he brings it back, and then sometimes he refuses to let go of it. So yeah, but actually he brings it back. Anyway, so that is pretty much my goals to buy a house, probably when I turn 28. So then Hong Kong is $2,000. I haven't been adding to it because I already capped it at $2,000. Phone, the same thing. So I currently have an iPhone 11 Pro Max. Oh my goodness. So I used to have a 7 Plus, iPhone 7 Plus, and it just all of a sudden went to the Apple logo and then never turned on ever again. So currently I was hoping to have it for 2+ years. Currently this phone, knock on wood, is currently 2 years old. And I did get initially Apple Care, but since it's already 2 years old, never I dropped it so many times, never cracked the screen, nothing is damaged, never dropped it in water at all. So yeah, I'm hoping that it will last at least 3 years, and then maybe eventually I will upgrade to the next phone, which would be probably the iPhone 14. So right now it's currently in my high yield savings account. I capped it at $1,500, and maybe I will add more money to it because I currently have the Apple Watch Series 3. So maybe I will upgrade this as well if I upgrade my phone, but we shall see. So I'm not really prioritizing that at the moment because it's not necessary unless something breaks down. So pretty much that is my budget. So then going into the categories, if you watched or listened to me before about talking about my categories, so pretty much everything here except money is set in stone. So that is pretty much set in stone for every paycheck, and then whatever's left over goes to me money. So if you notice that my me money was under a negative balance, yeah, I did overspend on that. So but like I said, this is a sinking fund, so whatever I have left over from the other accounts can totally cover for this account until I add more money to it. If you watch Sarah Marie Stickers, her sinking funds are just like this as well. So and also I have 2 columns where if I add additional money, I would mark it here, or if I take away, or if I pay my credit card or my expenses, then I would mark it here as well. So I have 2 columns because sometimes I in the beginning of the week I would subtract, and then maybe I would pay an additional for this category. So it ultimately depends on it. Also, I should mention in my expense tracker that I have the date, the amount, the description of what I paid or what I bought, then category, which would come from here. So I would pay it from here. So currently these expenses are from last year, but obviously I didn't pay this off yet. So until my statement date. Usually I pay my credit cards off on my statement date. and I'm good with that. So yeah, and then I have marked down which card I paid it with. So if you notice, I have 2 colors, or 4 colors I should say. So 2 of them are from Citi card. So I can hold myself accountable with paying my credit card. And then I would mark off if I paid it or not. And then eventually I will highlight it regardless. But yeah, that is pretty much my budget for my budget breakdown for my first paycheck of 2022. And I should also mention that it's going to be week 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then these 2 pages will be my business budget that I haven't set up yet. So, and it won't be on camera or anything like that. And then I already pre-set up for next week. So obviously my brother will give me $25, and then maybe I will probably be paying off these 2 expenses, and then I will write into the amounts for this, and then this will be week 3 where I get my next paycheck. So that is pretty much my paycheck budget breakdown for the first paycheck of 2022. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm sorry this is already 45 minutes. Yeah, it would have been longer if I talked about it again eventually, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!